Hey BookTube, it's Sarah and welcome back to my channel, The Book Bag. So today I'm doing my February bullet journal setup. The first tarot card I have here is the Ace of Cups, which represents abundance, fertility, productivity, true beauty, and the start of a great love. And I thought that was perfect for February, which has Valentine's Day, the start of a great love, just getting those romance vibes, you know? The next card I have is the Lovers, which represents attraction, relationships where all parties benefit, magnetism, and lust. Again, another card with like love in it for Valentine's Day. So for this month's theme, I decided to do a love letters kind of theme. I have a bunch of stickers from Sticky Club that are from their On My Desk pack. So I have a lot of like writing utensils, like pens, old Victorian looking stickers that I wanted to use, and I thought this would be the perfect month to do it. So to start out, I have some craft paper and a bit of paper with like typing on it that I've ripped up into little pieces that I'm just gluing down on the two opposite corners of the page. I really like the layering look that a lot of bullet journal people do. I don't think I've quite mastered it yet, but it's always fun to try and play around with these bits of paper and rip them up and move them around and see how they fit. Then after I got those down, I started to draw out my main envelope. That was going to be the centerpiece of my cover page. I was originally going to do the front of an envelope, but then I realized that I had these really cool wax stamp stickers from Sticky Club, so I decided to do the back side of the envelope instead, and just use like one of those big wax seal stickers that has some flowers in it. I also used some little flower stickers just around the corners of the envelope, and then I used my brush pen to write February 2022 on the envelope as well. Then I grabbed the other sticker sheets that I had mentioned that are like fountain pens in black and white and little like letters all tied up in twine with some like gold accents on them, and just put them around the envelope so it looks almost like I don't know, like a little river of pens or something flowing behind it. I don't know, but just to add some fun colors and details around the fairly plain centerpiece. So that's the cover done. It was pretty simple because most of it was stickers, and the only thing I actually drew was the envelope, and then I just added a little bit more washi tape to the craft paper just to give it that kind of more polished look to the layering. I of course used a pink washi tape for the edge of the month page. For Valentine's Day, we've got the theme of love and romance coming through, so I thought I of course had to use a pink washi tape. Then on my other page I have my sleep tracker. Y'all know that I'm always tired, but I still track my sleep diligently, hoping to unlock some secret of how to feel more rested after I sleep. I haven't figured it out yet, but we're just gonna keep making this page because it's fun, and it looks like a little graph when I fill it all out. Sorry that you can kind of see my head in this sometimes. I started using a new camera setup. My parents gave me one of these big stand things so that we could actually put the camera and have it like hanging on a bar over top of the table instead of on like a tripod on the table. So I was still getting used to where the edges of the view were, if that makes sense. But yeah, so my head's in this a little bit more than it normally would, but we'll figure it out. We'll get the lighting better too, and it'll be great. My next spread here is my monthly calendar. It's the same as always. It's just like a pretty simple calendar setup. February is a nice one because I don't have to draw as many boxes, and there's more room for I don't know, whatever I want for like little stickers or just if I need extra room for my to-do. So many possibilities with the extra space. I took my pink Tombow dual brush pen to color in the space where I write in the days of the week. And I also realized that for my Mondays, I accidentally made Monday's box only 5 dots tall instead of 6 like the other ones, because I drew the day of the week space too low on the sheet. So it's a little bit, that first Monday's a little bit smaller than the rest of the boxes, but that's okay. Hopefully nothing happens much on that Monday. I also used my gold Jelly Roll pen to draw a little, I don't even know what it is, a little frame for my to-do section. Then I used my Tombow brush pen to write February 2022, just in capital letters, because I had already written it in cursive on the cover page, so I didn't want to just copy that again. And then I used some more of those stickers from Sticky Club to add a bit of color. Next up is my first weekly spread. I wanted to continue with that kind of love letters theme, and so I drew out little envelopes with like a piece of paper coming out of them, and used the envelope as a space to write the day of the week and the date, and then that unrolled or unfolded paper is the space where I can write what I'm doing for that day, like my tasks, as well as journaling or whatever else I want to use it for. And I thought they turned out really cute. I'm actually really happy with how this looks because it's a little more interesting. There's some stuff happening, it's got a theme, but it's also still very functional. I still have lots of room to write out the things. I made the envelope small enough that they didn't eat up a whole bunch of space, but they still look more or less proportional. And I used my ruler to get the edges of the envelope really straight and nice, but then I just freehanded the paper and gave it little like tears and rips and stuff in it to make it look like maybe a long lost love letter from Victorian ages or something, because I just really like the look of it, and then I also didn't have to spend forever using a ruler to get it all nice and straight, and I could just freehand it. I did a similar style of ripped paper look in my October bullet journal last year, and I really enjoy drawing paper like that. It's very freeing and it turns out pretty well, even though I can't draw, like, you can tell that it's supposed to be ripped paper or like aged paper. So maybe I should just figure out a way to incorporate this look into all of my future bullet journals, and then I will always be happy with how they look because I like how I can draw the ripped paper look. Maybe, we'll see. I also realized that last month I did my math wrong and that I could actually add an extra dot's worth of space into each of the days, and then I wouldn't have that like weird big gap at the bottom of my page. So that was very exciting. And then I just went back and I wrote in the days of the week and the dates and then my to-do list, and out of 17, because I'm trying to read 200 books this year for my Goodreads challenge, and 17 books a month will get me there. Then I took a sand-colored Crayola pencil crayon and went back and just kind of lightly colored in the edges of the envelope on the cover page to make it look maybe a little aged, just a little more interesting. And then I colored the edges of all of the envelopes on my first weekly spread as well. I went and did the other weekly spreads off camera because they basically look the same. I just used different colors to outline the envelopes on them. So I have this sand colored one, I have a green one, I have a pink one, and then I have a gold one. But other than the colors, they look identical. And I figured no one really needs to sit through me drawing the same thing over again. We've seen how it happens. It's just the same thing 3 more times. So that is my February bullet journal. The gold frame around my to-do list ended up rubbing off on the other paper, so I erased it, and now it kind of looks faded and vintage. So, happy accident. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create my February setup. Thank you so much for tagging along, and I hope I'll see you next video as well.